If you are a crypto investor or want to invest in crypto and you can't understand this, that you are not ready for the next bull market. Many people think you need to understand how the price works or how about the graph works. But this is not a normal investment. We are talking about crypto. And crypto, everything starts with the blockchain. So I will let you know everything, how you can make money and understand how to not lose money with this tool. By the way, welcome on Hands Up Finance, where we study what's happening on chain, because the blockchain is an open ledger. We can see all the transactions, who made money, who lost money, follow the smart money and make even more money. Don't forget to pour down your little matcha. Mine is already gone because I was busy this morning getting into some scam coins. The tool I want to show you today will help you to understand when you see some manipulation, like here, when you see some people that hold a lot more coins, when you see a lot of wallet connected. Because let's understand, what are we seeing here? All the bubbles represent an investor, a wallet. As we know, in crypto, we can see all the transactions, right? Because you are a smart cookie, so you don't invest when the coins, they are already on CoinGecko, on all the centralized exchanges like Binance and stuff like that. You're someone who invests at the beginning, so you understand the blockchain and you make your transaction on the decentralized finance. Am I right? Yes, it's the same. You are not the guy who is on Tinder. You are in the street. You are the one attracting on Instagram because you have subscribed to Handsome Finance. And what this information will tell me is that already I will be able to see if someone is holding a lot, like those massive wallets, but those wallets can happen if it's an investment fund or even the wallets of the project. However, when I see some connections like this, it's a bit dirty. Same here. I can see that those wallets were connected, did transactions together, and same here. What is even more amazing is that you can change all the time frame to understand what's happening. For example, if I check today, well, we have a lot of cluster that went away. This is actually a school case where we could have seen that all the influencers get the money and none of the public. So the key opinion leader, the KOL, were dumping on the retails. Nothing new in this world, I know. But being able to see this, you understand now which influencer you should stop following. And even some other strange wallet patterns were happening where all the wallets were connected together, like if there was some insiders and they knew when the launch was coming and then they bought in before and then dumped on the public. This project is actually SatoshiVM. If you have a good memory, I bought it here in this video right after the launch. But because I saw this information, I sold everything just before the token went down faster than a bear into an Irish pub. That's a terrible analogy, I know. How this tool, bubble maps, work is we have all the blockchain transaction at the back. Then there's one layer, which is Etherscan, and then they put another layer that helps you to visualize it. Because if you're on Etherscan and, for example, you analyze this address, you can see that they send this to that, send this to that. But it's hard to understand all the cluster of the addresses of everything that interacted. For example, if I take the contract dfrog, I will see all the wallets that interacted with dfrog, but I do not have an idea of how many wallets that interacted with dfrog are connected. Because if they are all connected together and then transact with it, then we can see those clusters. This is why they use those bubbles. Let's check some other example. Mobi, which is a really recent launch. And I can see that right up from the launch, we have tons of people who receive the token from the protocol and a really little amount of other wallets. Because what's happening again is that some people who went into the pre-sale that was before the ICO thing, where they received the tokens, then dumped it on the market. Let me show you this token going up and down. Actually, it was sold at a lower price than the ICO, even around here. And you have something interesting is that in the top traders, you see all those traders never bought it. So they didn't bought it in public. They received their tokens before and they sold it ASAP. See, sell directly. as soon as it's out. This is why, again, understanding this is a key element. We are talking about the blockchain. To understand the blockchain, you have to understand what's happening in the first blocks. This is where the most important information is, because you don't want to be at the end of the food chain. I haven't seen in any cases where being at the end of the food chain was good. Let's check another example with Grok that you probably know, which is one of the biggest meme coins after one of the Elon Musk's tweets. This project was probably a big scam because one wallet is owning 90% of the supply. This is not normal for a meme coin. And then this one looks quite normal, but it's on the Binance Smart Chain. Then if I check this project, something strange as well, with two wallets owning a lot of the supply. And actually we can see here the Grok deployer and this account both connected. A bit strange. And that one is actually fine. Are you gonna be, no, it's not fine, Antoine. Well, it is, because those one, there are exchanges. So that's normal that the exchanges have other wallet connected to it. This happens all the time. But otherwise, you don't see anyone owning a big amount of the supply, except the exchanges, because people will send their money to the exchanges. We got Maxi, Gate. By the way, while I was recording the video, Bitcoin reached $50,000. Let's celebrate. Let's mash the thumbs up button. Because there is never a 2 without a 3, which is a French expression. Let's take another example on DyDx. I was also in this trade, if you remember some of my videos, and they know that the VC owned 25% of the supply, which is massive. But then the important thing to see is that there was a token unlock. So I knew that on the 1st of December, there would be a selling pressure because the supply was almost double. And this is actually what happened. December was definitely not a good month for DyDx. So when you're on bubblemaps.io, yeah, I know I kind of did a review of bubblemaps.io, but you can see everything. The most visited, the recently listed, and that gives you an idea, but you could also type the contract address directly. That's what I did, for example, for Mobi. You could check Pepe, you could check whatever you want. Now, what I would like to is that those guys work to do the same thing, but for dating. So we see everything connected. We know which cluster is connected to the other cluster. And I hope we will never see my own cluster, because that will create some drama. But what you could understand with this is that on-chain analysis and understanding what you can do with it is crucial to make money with it. And actually, I proved it in this video, where in less than 24 hours, I made a little bit more than 35K with just 2 trades, because I had the information before they were out. Because I don't check when it's going to be published on some exchanges or things like that. I'm studying what's happening on the blockchain. So I have the information as soon as it's out, and then what happened on the blockchain will reflect on the price. That's how I trade. Check out this video. But don't forget one thing before you leave. What is it again? Oh yeah, stay handsome, of course. Ciao.